Good morning, everybody. It's November 18th, 8:16 a.m. I got the Nasdaq up here. Um, we can look at what was going on yesterday. Um, well, first, just trying to get my thoughts here. I just sat down. Uh, First, we'll look at kind of what we saw going into the market yesterday and kind of what played out. We are doing the Apex Trader evaluation. We're almost halfway there, about $50 short of halfway. So you can see it down here. It's a $50,000 challenge. So whatever over $50,000 is our balance. We're about $1,500. So let's look up at the daily, see what the Nasdaq is doing today. Looks like we're moving up pretty well. We're breaking. We've already broke yesterday's high. We've got this nice little up channel going on the daily, and it looks like we're eyeing all-time highs. If I had to guess, up here at 16,600. I think that's probably where it wants to go at some point, maybe before Thanksgiving. So I think in the next week or so we'll get up there. Let's look at the 4 hour. The 4 hour is kind of giving us a better idea of what's going on. Yesterday we came in the market. Let's see where yesterday was. We were over here yesterday, pre-market. We were doing this ranging thing, pre-market. We had called that out on the open. We kind of dipped down, I think, a little bit. And then we came all the way up to this really clear up channel here on the 4 hour that we've formed after breaking this trend line, the bullish trend line. We've broken that. Now we're in this little up channel going up on, which is clear on the 4 hour, not so clear on the daily. And this is one of the reasons I use multiple time frames, is if I'm looking at the daily or I'm looking at a 5 minute, I miss this context, which is what's going on. Right now we're up at the top. I think we are going to keep hugging this thing. I think it's going to come up to 16,450 today. I mean, that's only 25 points away, so it's not that far away. But that, I think, would be a target at this point. That's all-time highs. I mean, it may just bust through that, actually. We're not that far away, 16,500. We may hit all-time highs today. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But, just be mindful of this. We're in this up channel. We're nearing the top of this channel. So, we may want to pull down one area that looks really interesting for more of a swing trade, or even you could get into it today. But it's about 200, 175 points away, 150 points away. Is down here. This would be a really nice area to take a long, to take it back up to all-time highs. I'm going to take a micro on that on my cash account. Maybe take a couple micros down here and try to ride that up. You may have to endorse some drawdown. It may pop down to 15,250, something like that. But to me, that looks like a nice area to take a long. I'll put another trend line there. It may poke through that 20 SMA. This is a 20 period Bollinger Band, and then pop back up. And I think we'd hit all-time highs. So this thing rolled down here. This is definitely a buy for me. But if we hit all-time highs and we come down, we break through that, then that's a short for me. That we're coming down off all-time highs and we're going to do some selling. So game plan on this one would be, if we have not hit all-time highs and we come down and test this area, I'm taking a long. If we have hit all-time highs, I'm going to wait for this trend line to break, and I would take a short at like 16,244 all the way down to 16,150. So 100 points on that coming down, or 250 points on the way up. So that's something to keep in mind. We can look over here at the 60-minute, see if we see anything going on. We're up here at the top of this thing. Let's look at this is a overnight volume profile. Market's gonna open in 10 minutes. Overnight volume profile, nothing too major. I think if we break, you've got some resistance up here, kind of like a flat top. I call it like a flat top breakout, where we've hit price, we hit price, we can't get through it. Then all of a sudden price will explode through it. Maybe looking at a situation like that, I don't know. Not seeing much right here. We've got an LVN forming right here, plus with the VWAP, plus the 20 SMA. I'm wondering if there's a trend line going on. Delete this one from yesterday. This was yesterday's session. I mean, yeah, down here at the bottom of the band, I mean, this is the area that we marked out. This to me is a good buy area. 16,280 down here. We have local support. We've got, I believe this was 20 SMA on the 4-hour down here where we drew. Plus, we've got this trend line, which is holding pretty well. So, price did want to roll all the way down here, down to the bottom of the band, 16,300. This area, this would be a great place to take a micro for me. Intraday scalping, I don't know. You may have to endure too much drawdown, but maybe you could do it if you drop down to a lower time frame and found a good entry. Yeah, so I guess I don't really have much of a game plan coming in. Delta is positive on the day. So that's bullish. I mean, it looks bullish. I guess what I would wait for here is like a 5-minute pullback where I have to let some structure build up on the open. Maybe the first 15-30 minutes or so, let some structure build up on a 5-minute, maybe wait for like a pullback like that, and then buy the break of a counter trend line to try to take it back up. But it looks like it's up a little high to be buying it up at this price for me. We're hugging the upper end of the band here, although it's making room, but it's only got room for 20 points or so. I think you could maybe take a break of 16,410, this level, and it may come up to 16,430, 425, something like that. But that's risky. I mean, you buy the break here and it just pops up and boom, comes back down. So I'm good at saying it, but sometimes just sitting on your hands and letting it move around and build structure and then trying to trade that structure is the best way to go. I say that because I'm good at saying it, but like yesterday, I did not have I was not patient. I didn't sit on my hands long enough. And, I think it was Timothy in one of my comments on one of the videos said that he watched several of my videos and he really liked the pre-market stuff. He liked the analysis and he thought it was, really sound and clear and were good ideas. And then when the market opens, all that just kind of goes out the window for me. And that's, I think, was definitely true yesterday. I watched my video from yesterday, and my pre-market stuff was on point. I mean, buying that break, and I think I even called out that 374 level up here. This was going on yesterday. We called the break of the consolidation. We had this consolidation. We're waiting for it to break above this level and close above it. And then take it up to 16,375 was our target. So, and what did I do? I ended up scalping in here, which I said there was nothing for me to do, but I ended up scalping in there, making some money, and then taking just a couple little scalps on the way up instead of catching the big move. So I think Timothy was 100% right on that and that aspect of my trading. Fortunately, today I don't really quite see a real clear game plan for myself. Again, I think that 16,410 could break and we could move up to 425, 430. Or the one that I'd be looking to really swing trade would be when price comes down to 16,275. This area down here on the 4-hour, that area right there for me would be a really good buy zone. But we are positive on Delta today, coming into the market. Got about 5 minutes till the market opens here. We can look at the overnight volume profile, take a peek. This is the overnight volume profile. You can see up at the top, I wrote overnight volume, overnight extended trading hours. I mean, it's a pretty low range for it, only 40 points in the value area. Again, just kind of ranging around here. Seeing any opportunities on there? I mean, sometimes when you trade this, you're not going to know where the price is going to go all the time. You're not always going to find a trade that sets up for you. The one thing with these evaluations is you feel pressure to trade every day, and these companies know that. And the risk of you blowing up an account when you trade every day is pretty high. one of the things when I got that Lulu account was I told myself I wasn't going to trade every day. I was just going to trade when I saw opportunities and setups that I liked. But of course, if you're doing this every day, this is what you do for a living. This is how you make your money. It's tempting to always kind of take a peek at the charts, and sometimes you see things necessarily not be there. Or, you get bored and you're just like, well, I'm going to take a trade. And typically that's not going to turn out very well for you. And you got to kind of be aware of that mindset. Go out, go for a jog, go for a walk, turn off the screens, and find something else to do. I mean, one of the things about trading is everybody wants to trade so that you've got all that free time, the freedom. You're not stuck to an office job. That definitely lured me to it, and it's provided it to me. I mean, I'm doing this, but at some point you want to be productive during the day. And a lot of the reason doing this YouTube channel is to be more productive during the day and to keep building on the trading, but just in a different avenue or platform. So anyway, that's my little rant there. 3 minutes to the market opens. Yeah, I'm gonna let it move around. It's got that support down all the way down here at the other end of the band at 16,000, somewhere down. It may want to drop and start breaking through some of these levels. Maybe if it broke through 16,346, that 350 level, if we broke and cleared that, it may open up this area down here for it to move in. But we are in a bull trend. I think the overall direction is still up, so that's kind of risky. So the 5 minute, we could wait for like a 5 minute pullback, wait for several candles to form up, wait for it to come down, and then like I said before, by the break of that trend line when it hits some support area. So yeah, we'll just wait, sit on our hands. Hopefully we can find a trade. I hope you guys can find a trade. Maybe you're seeing the market a little differently than me and you see a great setup, or your system is different. This is just how I trade. So I appreciate you watching the pre-market. We got about a minute and a half to the market opens. Best of luck to everybody. And check back later to see how we did today. So thanks a lot for watching.